Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had just defended Holt from various amounts of vassals, and we were successful, thankfully enough. And now, I have been, well, I went to quite a few villages around here, not too many, but I was able to accrue quite a few from our recruiters as well. They were able to recruit quite a nice number, and the only unfortunate thing is they do get defeated quite often. I sent out one just now, and he was defeated, I believe it was... Where was he defeated now? I think it was near River Run, yes. He was defeated near here, and I'm not entirely sure what he was defeated by, but nevertheless he was defeated, and unfortunately we will not be gaining the troops that he has recruited. So, instead, we will now be heading on to fight Lord Harlaw, and he is currently in battle with one of our patrols, which I just sent out, which is rather amusing, considering I actually just sent it out this second. So yes, I was hoping that it wouldn't run into anyone, and that it would reinforce Holt, because as you can see, it is rather diminished in terms of defenses, as I have taken most of the units out to be in our army for our offensive push against Pike. So, without further ado, let us head in here and help our Holt patrol, of course. Okay, so we have 137, including the patrol, and 98 the enemies have. So, oh my, this is a rather nice battlefield, I must admit. Look at this. Wow. I am rather pleased with this, that is for sure. I am usually the one that has to go up the hill, or behind the trees, through the trees, wherever you may want to say, but wow, this is a very nice flat battlefield, that is for sure. So, let us get into a good position here, shall we? Okay. Infantry will go to the front, and archers will, of course, stand behind. And we will get the rather large amount of cavalry that we have. Not entirely sure why we have so much cavalry, but I suppose it does happen after you have recruited quite a few of them, and then they have leveled up in combat. And I think many of these are actually the patrols units, because, as you can see, they do have a different banner from us. So, yes, we do need to watch out for that, I suppose. And who is that on their horse? I believe I do need to change one of our companions from infantry, maybe? Who is this? Oh, it's just a mounted sergeant. Interesting. Okay, well, it appears that they are tagged as infantry for whatever reason. Not entirely sure why that is, but never mind. We have enough to follow us. And I think we probably want to use our lance to the greatest effect. So, let's try to be cautious here, shall we? Let's make sure that our infantry are close behind us. We do not want to rush in there without any support whatsoever. So, whoa, they are kicking up a lot of dust, as you can see. Oh no, we are blinded. Let us move. To the right. Yes, a very tactical term. To the right. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so archers, they can move over here, and they are going to be attacking the infantry by the looks of things, so let us charge in here. And, oh, I actually didn't hit anyone with my lance. Unfortunately, my lance appears to be a shorter version of the one we had previously, but unfortunately, I had lost that one, so we will not be able to use it in combat situations any further. But never mind, we do have our sword, and we are ready to use it to the greatest, fullest effect that it can be used, hopefully. Let's do that. Oh yes, there we are. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I should tell our cavalry to charge in. It might be a good idea, because as they are now, they are currently following us, and that is probably not a good idea. Or is it? Is it a good idea? Maybe it is. I think it might be, because it keeps them on the move, I suppose, and away from people that would potentially be threatening to their livelihood. That might be a good case for it. But as it seems at the moment, we do have some additional reinforcements from the enemy coming in from, wait a minute, the right here. Why was I running that way? Interesting, okay. I was reading the map incorrectly, as usual. And it appears that we will need our infantry to be a little bit faster than usual. And, wow, that was a rather bad swing right there, but there we are. We made up for it with that kill on the veteran Ironborn Spearman. Or at least I would like to think so. And it appears that that will be it. Now, the one thing that one of you actually mentioned in the comments if I am correct about it being actually on this series. I hope it is. And that was that you told me not to charge in my archers. Now, I believe that even though I am attempting to hold position with many of our archers, the only unfortunate thing about the formations is that sometimes when you hold position closer to the enemy, the archers think of that as a charge maneuver. It says, as you could see in the text log there, it says, oh yes, attack enemy infantry division, and so forth. And that, I think, constitutes a charge maneuver, even though I do not want them to do that. So we do need to watch out for that in the future. Now, we have accrued 5 kills in that, not very impressive, but I suppose our siege defense does make up for it quite considerably. Now, another review, which was rather helpful. You did tell me to take retainers prisoner rather than regular spearmen, because apparently retainers are a lot more costly, I suppose, and more worth it to take. So we will be taking those as many as we can, and then we will be leveling up our units once we get out of this screen. So, these boots, they are not going to be for walking, and selling as well. So, yes, let us let our companions take those, and it appears that the Ironhold Patrol has gathered some units in their prisoner hold as well, because, of course, we helped them defeat those guys. So, I was not really wanting those fellows to charge off there, but it appears that they have, and they are attacking a Pike patrol now, which is not exactly something I was wanting them to do, but nevertheless, I think we will probably try to help them in just a moment. But yeah, that is not necessarily what I wanted them to do, of course. But yes, here we are. This is the amount of units that I was able to recruit. Now, thankfully, in the last episode, I did mention that the villages were only giving me 2 or 3 units. That is not the case anymore, for whatever reason. It might be because we are the leader of a faction, but now they are giving me 10 to 12, so that is an incredible increase in the amount of units, and I have currently set our trainer to train these units into infantry as much as they can. So hopefully Lordsport will be okay. 259 units defending it, however they are all levies, so we do need to watch out for that. However, Ironholt, as you saw, has, I believe, 10? Yes, I believe 10. Oh no, 14 units. So yes, oh yeah, hold back our strength right there. Oh no. Okay, so yes, they have 14, and we do need to watch out for any weaknesses there, but what we will be doing right away is heading in to Pike and taking on King Balon Greyjoy once again. Now he does have, let's take a look here. I don't think anything that can really deal a lot of damage to us, at least. They do have quite a few archers, but nothing that I am too afraid of at the moment. So, in theory, we should be okay. Now, I know I have left my patrol to fight these fellows, but should we even bother to help them? Because, as you can see here, they do have heavy knights, mounted sergeants, knights, elite longbowmen, and sergeants. And I believe they are all mounted, maybe? And the enemy are not mounted whatsoever. So I think our Ironhold patrol should be fine to defeat those, at least weaken them. So I think what we will be doing, as they are distracting the patrol, we are going to be heading in here and constructing our ladders. Now, of course, if we are defeated at Pike, then that would be a terrible shame, but I do have some additional units to draw from in Lordsport to maybe mount a counterattack if we are indeed defeated. So let us head in here as best we can, and oh my goodness, we have the fires burning on their walls, so yes. And this is a rather new keep layout from what I can tell, so this is going to be somewhat amusing, perhaps. Oh no, okay, well, I am ready, and let's not go into first person, that is a little bit blinding for my liking. However, we will be charging in as best we can, and Brendan has already been taken down. That is not too good, oh no. Okay, well, let us survey the landscape as best we can, and then we will be charging up with our units. It appears we are able to breach their defenses on the walls rather easily. I was not expecting us to be able to get up there that fast, but it appears that that was their plan all along, because of course now we are stuck on their ladders, and their archers are able to shoot at us without our shields being very effective. So I can only hope that we can get up there and be able to then help out our units with our amazing two-handed sword skills. Oh yes, and oh no. We are losing quite a few elite units at the moment, but I'm hoping that this will be a similar situation to how it was before, and that being a war of attrition, because usually in these types of games I am more to do with attrition rather than complete domination, because as you know I really don't have the greatest strategic mind, as it were. However, even though my... Okay, I actually thought I was going to make it there for a minute, but never mind. But even though I am a rather sufficient fighter, I know many of you state that I am being a little bit too modest, and yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm pretty good, but not amazing. I think if I were to play online, for example, then I would quickly find and eat humble pie, so yeah. Nothing to worry about too much at the moment. However, we are now on the battlements, and I will hopefully be heading up there to take care of the archers, although... Wow, this is an incredibly good keep layout. Oh no. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. This is not what we want to deal with. I want to jump out here, but unfortunately I, for some reason, was stopped by an invisible wall. Oh, that is very unfortunate indeed, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Well, it appears we will not be able to take this without too many casualties. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think we are going to have major issues here. Although, we have already taken out the first lot of enemy units, and they have requested reinforcements by the looks of things, so that's not too bad if I do say so myself. However, of course, as you can see here, we have a huge amount of iron-born spearmen coming in here. Oh no. Oh, I really wanted to jump down there. Why didn't they allow me to do that? No! Okay, well, I suppose they do want you to head down the staircase here. Okay, well, I was hoping that I would be able to assault their archers, but unfortunately that will not be the case this time around. So, what I will be doing is waiting here until our elite crossbowmen are able to deal a lot of damage, or at least as much damage as they can, with their ammunition permitting it. And then we will be retreating and evaluating the amount of casualties that we've had to deal with. At the moment, I believe we have probably suffered a lot more than the enemy has. So, yes. I think this may have been a little bit too steadfast, perhaps. And I think we probably went in with too little units. We did only have 110, I believe, versus how many were here? Around 240, perhaps? So yes, I think that may have been a little bit too much for us. And we are continuing to lose units steadily to the Ironborn Archers, even though I thought that the Ironborn Archers were not too good, but unfortunately they were able to take me out without too much trouble, so yes, that is something to worry about in future engagements with them. And this is a small setback that I was not anticipating, which is going to cause us some problems. Well, I think we will probably be retreating very soon, probably in the next 30 seconds, and I'm actually just waiting until our elite reach crossbowmen stop getting kills here. As you can see, we did try our hardest with all of our arrow-soaked bodies, or at least maybe these are the enemy's bodies, who knows. But many of our bodies are strewn across their battlements, and oh, I'm actually thankful that many of their archers took a lot of casualties as well, because of course we will need to head back in here after I have retreated and rejuvenated indeed, so hopefully we will take out as many as we can, and I will be retreating now. So we have lost 9 morale in total. That is not going to affect us too much, I hope. And how many did we lose to? Yeah, okay. We lost 39 to death, but I suppose that is natural when you are against such a huge enemy, and 89 enemy units were taken down. Now, I didn't actually get any kills, which is rather disappointing, but it appears that what may be the case here is that I am better at siege defense than I am at siege attack, so I suppose we can take that away from this experience. And we have 73 units remaining, 38 of those are ready for combat. So, let us head into Lordsport, and we will be rejuvenating our HP and then heading back to Pike when we are able to, and ooh, I'm not entirely sure whether I really want to do this. It is only 1800 dinars. I am acquiring currently around 5600 dinars from our wages each week. So that is how I was able to recruit so many units, of course. Otherwise I would have been bankrupt many times over. But yes, 1800 dinars, not entirely sure whether it's worth it for a vassal. They are gaining a vassal, and that is indeed maybe 50 to 100 units against us, so I think we're going to take it just because, but I don't really think that was a very sound tactical maneuver. I would have liked to have kept him, but of course that would reduce the amount of relation, and they may have escaped anyway, so it's good to get a slight profit from it, I suppose. But yes, we will let their trainers at Lordsport do the work as best we can. And I think we have probably rejuvenated as much as we can now. Oh, 43%. We really have terrible wound treatment, don't we? Do we have any wound treatment at all? I don't believe so. We really need to see to that, don't we? Okay. Well, Ironholt is okay, and oh, it appears they only have 180 odd units still remaining, and not many of those being archers anymore. So I think in theory we could take this if we reinforce our army a little bit further. So what I will be doing is cutting away, and while I do so I will be rejuvenating, of course, hoping that Elias will regenerate his HP a lot quicker than usual, and then we will be taking a lot of these levies into combat. Hopefully they are ready for the blood. So I will see you soon. Okay, so upon arriving back at Pike, we have gained a huge amount of man-at-arms, pikemen, spearmen, and various other units, but of course that is due to our own trainer skill. We are gaining a huge amount of them, but as you can see by my money situation at the moment, we are running a little bit low, so I will have to head to our treasury shortly and hopefully gather quite a few from there. Now, as you could see by the small glimpse of how many enemy units are currently stationed here, there is an additional vassal on top of the king himself, and he has 52 units. So we're having to deal with above 220, I believe, and we're going to hopefully be able to do just that with all of our levies at the ready. So once we have charged, we will never stop charging until at least we are dead, and then we'll have to spectate a little bit. But yes, it appears, as you can see, that they have no archers remaining. Well, they have around 7, and that is nothing in comparison to what they had previously, so I am very hopeful that we will be able to do a very good job here. So let us try, and we will see how we do. Now, we have 129, 130 technically, and the enemy has 127 units on the field at the moment. Now, I am only hoping that I will be able to get up here a lot quicker than I was able to previously, so that I can actually lend a hand to our units, and that would most likely sway the battle in our favor. I don't really like to tout my own grandeur, I suppose. Self-aggrandizement, yes, I've heard that saying quite a few times in the last few days, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it appears a lot of people are using that as their word of the day, or phrase of the day, indeed. So, yes, we will be hopefully heading over here, and oh, okay, those fellows are trying to shoot me in the back, but they are rather low tier, so I don't really need to... Really? Wow, they actually did a lot more damage than I anticipated. I just lost a lot of HP in one fell swoop right there, not entirely sure what, but there we are. Okay, come on, let us... Oh, no. I have a feeling that I may want to use my shield a little bit more, but I would like to take these guys out as best I can. Yes, there we are. Take that guy out, and then deal with this guy. Oh, yes, there we are. Okay, so we have... Whoa, okay. I will need to take out these guys. I cannot jump off here for whatever reason. No. Okay, well, we will have to fight tooth and nail then, and I think I'm being targeted by a couple of their archers. As you can see, that fellow over there is targeting us. And if he wasn't, then I would probably be able to help our units, but as it stands, this is probably not a good idea. Now, I would like to fall off here, but as I said before, there is an invisible wall here, which is, for some reason, there. Not entirely sure why it is at all, because I suppose the quintessential thing to do with Mount and Blade is freedom, and you want to do what you want to do at whatever time you want to do it, I suppose. So, yeah, maybe it would be an idea to remove that if possible, but oh my. Yeah, okay. I was definitely going to die there no matter what happened, I think, but yes, it appears that yet again we are foiled by the fact that this particular gap here, this ledge, has an invisible wall behind it, so you're not able to jump off and deal with the archers, which were enabling the enemy forces from overwhelming us. So, yeah, we probably have quite a few issues there. The funny thing is, though, if I may just point it out, this particular ledge has no lethality to it whatsoever, so there's no real point in having an invisible wall there. Not entirely sure why, but apparently there is for whatever reason. So, yes, we will be retreating once again, and I will probably be leveling up our units a little bit more than I had previously, because apparently levies are not enough to be able to take these guys down. So let us make sure that we get a lot of archers as well, because I really do not want a lot of polearm users in this offensive push here. But unfortunately we were having to lose quite a few units in that particular skirmish, and we now only have 30 coins remaining. Okay, well, we are going to be heading in to take a look at the treasury, because I said we would, so let us do that. Seneschal, yes, let us inspect the oh my goodness! Okay, so we have 19,412 coins in there. I believe that is mainly due to our weekly wages, because as I said, we were getting, I believe, 5,600 last week, and maybe a little bit more the previous week, so that is rather nice. And, I would like to withdraw money. I'd like to take 5,000. Oh my goodness, I am rich. Wow, okay. I'm not used to this, but there we are. That's very nice indeed. And I think we probably want to level up these guys, don't we? Yes, we do. And I think as a result of this, we might want to head into Lordsport and take a couple of these guys out of the garrison and level them up ourselves, because we do have a pretty significant trainer skill. Well, it's actually not too good, but it's enough to level these guys up without too much issue. So I will stay on camera for the next 24 hours in-game at least, and we will see our trainer skill at work.